So how to control your mind? Actually, controlling the mind is the key to every success. It is the key to understand yourself. And by understanding yourself, you can understand anyone or anything. To control your mind, if you can win your mind, you can win anything, achieve anything. This is the way to build focus if you are a student, to keep concentration in your studying. This is the everything. This is the one of the main thing of spirituality, or rather I say essence of spirituality. If you can control your mind, then you can learn what actually you are. Remember, you are not your mind. You are not your mind. Mind is just a tool for you to understand nature, to understand everything around you, analyze things, anything. Everything is happening, everything you are understanding, you are analyzing is of course by using your mind. And this is the purpose of having a mind. So controlling your mind is the basic and the main essence of spirituality. There are many ways. Some people are suggesting the meditation. Let me clear this first. Living in the present moment and controlling the mind is the same thing actually. It is the different side of a same coin. If you can control your mind, that means you are in a present moment. If you are in a present moment, that means you can control your mind. Right? If you can win your mind, you can win anything. This is the key. So what are the ways? How to control? Actually, first let me clear. If you want to control your mind, that means first you have to understand your senses. That means your five senses. Like I am sitting here in my room, in my study room, and there is a fan in the roof and it's give me coolness and I feel it. If you concentration, if you put your focus to this, like I am focusing on on my skins, that I feel the coolness of the air, right? Or suppose you see something, it is happened many times, like you went some hill station or went somewhere to visit or travel somewhere, and you feel just to see everything, you just seeing everything, but without thinking about it, right? Because that time you just analyzing things. When you start visiting it again and again, you are always in your thoughts. You don't need to, you never see those things around you, right? So first, the most important thing is to observe your thought. There are two types of focusing actually. The first one, I called it outer body focus, and the second one, that was inner body focus. The outer body focus, that means using your senses. You see something, just focus on that thing. Don't analyze it, just see it. Maybe a child is playing in front of you. You are just sitting there in a park. Just watch the child, what she or he is doing. Just watch it. Don't analyze it. If she take a stone and throw it, that means she just throw it. Don't analyze it. Where it throw, why certain she wants to throw it. Don't analyze it. If you put your analyzing mind, if you start analyzing something, that means you are using your mind. That means mind is that time, that particular time, that time mind actually doing his work, its work, right, through you. Just stop analyzing things, just see it as it is. If you start seeing things as it is, that means you are in total control, not by your mind but by yourself. I think you understand something, because I use the term not by your mind but by yourself. This is the thing, what I told you earlier. You are not your mind. Mind is just a tool, like your eyes is just a tool to see things. That's the same case for your mind. Mind is just a tool. So outer body focus, I mean you understand it, I think. That means using your senses, put concentration, or just observe your senses. Something, maybe a song is playing in the background, just listen the song, don't analyze it, right? Just listen it, just through your eyes, just see something, see it. When you start seeing things, when you start listening these things without analyzing things, you actually fall in love with it. This is the actual love, my friend, right? Okay. Now comes to the inner body focus. This is the main thing. Actually, the first one is give you a certain level of understanding, but the second one give you actual truth. First, how to control your thought. Actually, thought is nothing but a language. If you want to study it, just study your mind, just think about something. You think that you are constantly talking to yourself innerly, right? If it constantly happening, some people like they are talking to themselves, but they are expressing things and they're saying things through their, not just their mind but their mouth, and actually they we call them insane, we call them insanity, right? So this is the way. First, observe your thought. Suppose a thought, actually thinking is the thought process is constantly suppose a thought came to your mind, you then start thinking about it, and thought always get connected to another thought somehow. We don't know how, but somehow it connects to something. It gives you sometime pleasure, it gives you sometime anxiety. Both the cases, it is wrong. This is not the purpose of the mind. Both the cases, mind is constantly give you something to attract your concentration. This is how mind do it. That means mind controlling you. You are not in control of yourself. You need to take control in your hand. If you can control your mind, I already said that you can control anything. You can understand, achieve anything. So first, observe your thought. Just be an observer. Don't be a thinker. Suppose a thought came to your mind, just observe it. Oh, this is the thought. That's fine. That's in this process, you actually break your mind pattern. There is no thought at all. If you ask yourself, suppose there is a trick. If you ask yourself, what will be my next thought? What will be my next thought? You see, there will no thought at all. Right? If you pause the video and just ask yourself, what will be my next thought? You find there is no thought. You become a thoughtless state. You achieve a thoughtless state for a certain moment. If you start practicing this constantly, by observe your senses, or just observe your thought, or just observe your emotion, if you just put your consciousness to see your thought or your emotion, that dissolves. That emotion, that thought get dissolved. If you put your consciousness there, that means I put your consciousness and your mind in a different way. Yes, of course. If you're completely conscious, that means you are living in the present moment. You are controlling your mind. That's it. You just have to put your consciousness there. Just observe your thought. Don't analyze it. If you start analyze it, that means you are in control of your mind. That means you become a thinker. You constantly thinking something. That time it gives you anxiety. That time it give you sometimes give you pleasure, sometimes you get depressed. And some of the peoples are you see addicted to many things. Addicted to many things. I don't want to say those words, but many things. It is sometimes alcohol, sometimes anything at all. Physical pleasure, everything. Actually, if you addicted to something, it could be anything. Sometimes some addiction are good, right? Reading a book is good. I don't want to say these things, but I want to say you those bad addiction, right? Those are bad. Those are harmful for us. That means you are addicted to something when you are taking something like you smoking or taking alcohol. Sometimes it becomes for a certain moment you have a state where minimum thought came to your mind. Less thought state, I said. Rather I say less thought state. You still have some thoughts, but not all. Not actually what time if there is normally you are thinking about many things, that time your thinking is lesser than those thoughts. Your number of thoughts is less than the actual number of thoughts when you are not in that state, right? And this is the reason people are get addicted to those bad habits more and more. If a person taking alcohol for a certain level, then it may help him to have a less thought state, but after some period of time that will not work for him. That's why he get constantly addicted to those things more and more. This is the reason, because we want a less thought state, but there is many other options available, right? Like observing your senses, observing your thought, observing the present moment. What is happening in your outside? When you start observing things, when you living in the present moment, when you observe your mind, observe your thought, then there is no chance of getting angriness, getting depressed, any type of emotion, because you are just observing your emotion. When you are just being an observer, there is no problem at all. Like two people are fighting. Suppose in a road, in a street, two people are fighting for something nonsense, but they are fighting, and you just seeing it. So what do you get? Those people are not connected to you. So many people are get satisfaction to see them fighting. They give them satisfaction, that they give them pleasure. And that's the reason, because your thought is not yours. It is just happened in the past, or maybe going to happen in the future. We don't know. Something like that. It is happening because every thought is connected to something. You are thinking about that what I called in my previous video in living in the present moment. You found it on my YouTube channel. There I talking about a psychological time. This is the psychological time. They are thinking about past or future, getting pleasure from past something, or getting depressed because you did something wrong, that went something very wrong. You are constantly thinking about it. It gives you temporary anxiety or pleasure. So if you start observing just without analyzing, if you just observing your thought, you find it, you just have a smile on your face, because you are just observing nonsense things, and you understand it that those things are nonsense. And that time actually you are controlling your mind. And actually this is not gonna happen in just a day. You need to keep practicing. Whenever something happening through your mind, something you feel, something anxiety, some depression, some emotion, just be calm and observe it. Keep your focus through your senses. Observe the fan, suppose, or something happening outside. Just observe it. Start observing it. If you start observing it, you see those emotions get dissolved. those emotions get dissolved and you feel peace. This is the actual peace, and that time it remains only love. This is the actual way to controlling your mind. Just be focused on something. If you are studying something and some thought is coming to your mind, just observe a thought, or observe your outside, anything, like your mother calling your father. Just hear her sound or what she is telling you. Don't connect with your emotion, right? Don't connect it with your emotion. Just observe it. If you start connecting it, that means you are analyzing it. Don't analyze it. Just observe it. If somebody is telling you bad things, let them tell you. But just observe it. Don't analyze it. If you start analyzing it, that means you are connected to it. There are minds anyway get a connection. Anyway get connected to that thought and give you depression. This is the reason people get depressed. This is the reason people get addicted. This is the reason people don't have any focus on what they are doing. They were doing something, doing their work, they don't like their work, they don't like their studies. This is the reason, because they are completely identifying themselves with their mind. But last thing, most importantly, you are not your mind. Mind is just a tool. Thank you.